Hey guys, good morning. So today is Monday and it's actually the first trading day of the week. But to be very honest, I got up this morning not in my plate. I have been up since like 5 a.m. but I finally left my bed at 5:30, right? And I want to go a little bit more into depth about why I feel the way I feel. I don't know yet why I feel the way I feel, but I want to explain how I feel. Normally I have to go to the gym at 6. I have to be at the gym at 6, but it's 6:30 and I think I'm going to be at the gym, or it's more than 6:30. I'm going to be at the gym at maybe 6:50 or 7. It's currently raining, so I want to be somewhere where I can actually talk about this very well. So I woke up this morning and I asked myself a lot of questions. This is the first time in a very long time where I feel like maybe I should just call it quit already, right? Maybe I should just let it go. Maybe I should just accept that trading is not for me. This is how I was thinking when I just got up this morning, because I felt like, what if I'm making another mistake? What if? But all of these what if were just negative thoughts. They were not positive ones. I think for the first time I'm thinking like, I've sacrificed a lot already and I am not getting what I want. So maybe it's just time to just let it go and focus on other things, right? Focus more on school, because to be very honest, I'm not too focused on school like that. I'm more focused on, I want trading to work at all costs, right? Another thing is, during the weekend, I didn't study. I just studied on Friday, meaning I looked back at the trade that I took and I saw the mistakes that I made. And I can still recall the mistakes that I made in my head right now. But it's really somehow. I'm currently going to the gym, and I think if there's one question that I asked myself before getting out of bed was, is my future self going to be happy looking at me right now and I feel discouraged to do everything, like working out or going back to the charts? And the answer was no. And that is when I got up of my bed. I got out of my bed, and one thing that I told myself, I remembered, I don't know if you guys know David Goggins. I don't know if that's what call his name. But if there's one thing that David Goggins says a lot is,
what if? It's the what if I can pull off a fucking miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be?
I've gone too far to want to quit right now. Yes, the only choice is to just keep going, because even if you do it or if you don't do it, time is going to move and you're going to get up and feel later on like, oh, maybe I should have just done it at once, right? And if there's one thing about me is, if I say I have to do something and I don't do it, when the time to do that passes, I'm going to be like, oh, I would have just done that thing by this time. I would have been done. So that is how I got up off my bed. I went to my chart, I did some analysis, and for this week on Euro USD, I think my goal for this week is discipline. Another goal that I have for this week is to follow my strategy, wait for all my confluences. I think I've added something on my journaling, how I journal. I journal every confluence, and each time I see them, I take them out. If I don't see them, then that means that trade is not for me. Also, another goal is to take just one trade per day. If I see them, if I don't see them, then that day is not a trading day for me. I'm not forcing anything. So yeah, that is basically what I am looking out for. Sorry that I'm looking left and right, people are passing. That is basically what I am looking out for. And currently I'm going to the gym. It's raining. When I got out of the dormitory, I realized that it was raining. In my head it was like, I'm still going to the gym despite the fact that it's raining. So that is progress. That means I'm definitely going to have such a beautiful day. And yeah, bye. So currently I'm going to work and I feel much better than I felt in the morning. So it's still Monday. I feel much better than I felt in the morning. When it comes to my trade, I have not actually seen what I want to see, like my second confluence. I've not seen it yet. So maybe when I get to work, I'm going to see it. And I don't have classes today, so the only thing that I have today is work. So let's go to work together. Something crazy happened to me yesterday. Today's Wednesday and Yesterday was the first trade that I took, and the first trade that I took was on BTC. That trade hit stop loss, and from there I started taking trades by trades by trades. I got so pissed, I'm not going to lie. I was so pissed about the first trade that I took that hit stop loss. And I finally lost the account that I said I was using for practice. And to be very honest, in that moment, I was like thinking, that is the first time I thought to myself, maybe I should stop trading. That was the first time. Yesterday was the first time ever in my trading experience, because I was like, it is 3 years already. We are closing third year, and I'm still making mistakes that I shouldn't be making. Honestly, I started beating myself up. Then few minutes later, I just told myself that, hey, it's okay. It has happened. There is nothing I can do about it. It's just a sign that I still have work to do. Not too much work, but there's still work to do. And all of a sudden, I came across a trader's video, and that trader was talking about the fact that just because you are hitting stop loss or making mistakes in trading does not make you a bad trader. And that is actually true. One of the things that makes you a good trader sometimes is the idea that you don't give up even when you have every reason to give up. Because I have every reason to give up. How many accounts have I not bought when it comes to prop firm? I started buying prop firm accounts in 2022 because I started trading November 2022, and I started buying prop firms then up to these dates. And I think I bought my last prop firm in that same 2022. I stopped buying prop firms. I went throughout 2023, 2024. I bought a prop firm again in 2024, and they were mostly 5K. But 2025 has been the first time I bought a 25K and a 50K account. That is growth. Like, it is growth not because it should be growth actually, because even if I didn't pass those accounts, I went from not having money to buy accounts to actually having money to buy a big account. And I think that the process of me making it in this industry, I am so close to making it. I'm not even joking. I feel it so bad. Like, I'm so close to actually becoming that successful trader. And I'm not giving up. So I got up today. I told myself I was going to get up today at 3 a.m. I came back from work. I showered. I came back from work at 11:30 p.m. showered, and right now I slept at like midnight or midnight 30, something like that. And I told myself, no matter what time I sleep, I'm going to wake up at 3 a.m. Here I am. It's 3:40. I've been 3:30, 3:40, something like that. I've been up since 3 a.m. getting ready and doing other stuffs, because at 6 I have to go to the gym. I am practicing discipline. This is one of the ways for me to practice discipline. If I say I'll do something, I do it. From Thursday, I'll be doing a 3 days fasting, not for spiritual purposes, but I need mental clarity. So I always do fasting in general when I need mental clarity. So I'm not just working. When they say trading is spiritual, it is meant. It is not just said. It is the truth. So definitely, I am here to study backtests again and again and again, because it is not over until I win.
He said it's not over until I win.
So I'm literally in front of the chart right now. No, not yet. I've not switched on my computer yet. So I'm about to switch on my computer right now and just start my day, because my day has started. I have school today, the whole day. I have an exam today. And I have a test. Basically, it's not really an exam, it's a test. I have a test today, and I have to go to school at 9:40. I have to be at the gym, so it's okay. It's my study time, and I would like for us to study together. Maybe I have a problem, maybe I don't know, because when I look at my informations, or when I look at the informations that I have here, my strategy is good. But I don't understand what's going on. Guys, let's go to the chart together, and we are going to do a step-by-step of what I have to see on the market or on the chart before I take an entry. And I am beginning to realize that my main problem is on the lower time frame for entry. I think I need to work more on that, because when I'm looking at the higher time frame here, I need to see break of structure. I need to see a liquidity sweep at break of structure at a point of interest. Let's do it together. So currently I'm on the chart, and when I'm looking from here, you see that this structure is bullish. That means on every of these aspects here, I have to be looking out to buy and not to sell, right? I need to be looking out to buy. Now I've marked my first break of structure. Then I need to look out for the candlestick that created this break of structure. And if I want to look out for my other block is going to be this candlestick right here. Let me mark that out. It's going to be this candlestick right here, right? So this is my point of interest number 1, and there is a fair value gap in this zone here, which has been mitigated before, right? Now this is one thing that I want to see. Honestly, if I was on this level, I wouldn't take this trade. The reason why I say I wouldn't take this trade was because I want to see a break of structure, and from here to here, right, before price tapped back in, there was no break of structure, so this wouldn't have been mine. But there is a good probability for me to like have a good trade here, because I want to see liquidity sweep around the point of interest. What do I mean by that? This doji candlestick got taken out by this candlestick here, this engulf. It got engulfed by this candlestick here. I'm going to mark that, and you see that immediately we had this liquidity sweep here, price moved. Now this is another point of interest here, which is a fair value gap somewhere here. We have this fair value gap here. I want to see liquidity sweep on this zone here, right? And if we look critically, we don't have any liquidity sweep around here, but we had something here. We have another fair value gap here. We have another fair value gap here. And this is the liquidity sweep here. Let's mark that as liquidity sweep. And normally we have another fair value gap here. We have a liquidity sweep here. This is not actually a liquidity sweep. I wouldn't have taken any trade here, but actually I'm looking out to buy, right? Now you're going to see that we had a liquidity sweep at this point of interest here, and from there what happened? We bought and we took out this high here. So internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. Now we had a new break of structure, and what is the candlestick that created that break of structure? It is this candlestick, this one here, or should I say this one here, that created this break of structure. Do we have a fair value gap here? Yes, we do have this fair value gap, but you're going to see that price did not come back to this zone here. Price came back, but I don't see any liquidity, so there's no reason for me to enter this trade, right? Now price reversed and it came back to this other block right here. And immediately price came to this other block right here. We have another liquidity sweep, and you see that from there price moved and it took out this high. So I need to see a liquidity sweep. That is a confirmation that we are going to move from there, right? And you see that it happens a lot of time. We have another break of structure. We have another liquidity sweep here at point of interest. We have another break of structure. Price came back and it created another liquidity sweep somewhere here, and price moved. then it changed direction. So I don't know. So I dedicated this week after losing my account to studying more about my strategy, which is something that I keep doing over and over again. But if there's one thing that we are not doing over here, which is something that I keep saying, is that I'm not giving up. This is the dark side of trading that nobody ever talks about, or that you won't see a lot like that on social media. And if there's one thing that I told myself, is that I was going to document every part of my journey. This is the hard part of the journey, and I am so glad that I am taking you guys along with me. This is like a sign to hold myself accountable, and this is basically how my trading week was. Immediately I lost the account, I stopped trading. The only thing that I did was to look at the chart, see if I can see a trade and something of that sort. But aside from that, I haven't taken any trade. So the rest of this year, for the last 1 month and something that we have, I'll only be studying, back testing, then I come back strong in January. So see you guys.